This is for this week. We are going to start with Journalism Club. For this activity, we are going to work with synonyms. If you know what a synonym is a word that replaces another one with a similar meaning. In order to use them, you need to take into account the context of the text. For example, when you're talking to your classmates, you can use your normal vocabulary, but for a newspaper and most essays, you need to use what's called formal writing. The main difference between them is your audience. It's not the same to write a children's book than a report for school. So when you are writing your news, you need to take into account to whom are you writing for. So for this activity, I'm going to give you two pictures. One of them is for formal and informal writing, and the other one has some common synonyms for you to use. See? You have find out, ascertain, free, release, get, obtain. The different ways of saying the same thing. And this one has synonyms for large, fast, sad, hard, happy, kind, small, walk, funny, easy, run, sad, good, choose, smart, like. Okay. For the second activity, can you think of any sentence that can use both formal writing and synonyms? For example, this zone was the superior place to release such a small animal. She went on a hike to examine the woods around her town. Try to write 3 sentences using this style. You can use other words apart from the ones I show you as long as they are synonyms of formal words. Now, we write the following fake piece of news changing the words underlined. You only have to change good, bad, kind, happy. Okay? You don't need to change the whole story. Only this, and this. Okay, for drama. For this activity, you should have finished reading the text Nancy sent you about the Wizard of Oz, and using a word from the story, write a short song. So, you can watch the songs from the movie and change them using synonyms or adjectives, or you can write your own. You can use them to get inspiration. You can do whatever you want as long as it has some sort of meaning with the Wizard of Oz. Now for Tuesday, this is language. Last class we learned about a particular place in England called Hatton Park. So we learned history, some interesting activities, and so on. So for this activity, I would like you to do something similar with a place of your choosing. For example, I choose Misiones Iguazu Falls. A visit to the Misiones Iguazu Falls is the best idea to spend your holidays far away from work in a place out of a fairy tale. You basically have to write a recommendation to the place, mentioning some activities. You can use this chart to get ideas: surfing, windsurfing, climbing, swimming, diving, canoeing, hiking, packing, which are holidays activities for you to write a short recommendation. You have the space here. Now for art, we are back with Frida Kahlo, this time using her as an inspiration rather than a guide. You have to make a portrait of yourself using the materials you have at home. For example, you can use newspaper with glue, or you can use leaves, you can use feathers, you can use whatever you have. It's basically for you to think what she would do if she was in quarantine, what materials she will use if she was in quarantine right now. Okay, for Wednesday, for language, you have a short text about a boy that visited Canada. It's really short. Some comprehension questions. Why were the grandparents crying? Can you write the places they visited? And to underline the words that are related to the holidays. You have this to help you and the text. And for the second activity, I'm asking you to write a short dialogue between the syllables of the story. It can be after they came back from Canada or during the trip. You can use the questions as a guide for you to write some ideas. And for the last activity, since I know you're probably tired of writing piece of news, I thought to do something different. We know that every good newspaper must have some good publicity. But what about yours? Can you create your own publicity with everyday objects? I think you did something similar to this last year with Paula. You have to write a short presentation using formal writing and the adjectives seen last class. Please send us a picture or drawing of the object you choose / create. You only have to take a pic and write a short recommendation, a short presentation using formal writing about the object you choose. See you on the classes. Bye.